What's up YouTube, and welcome back to yet another video. Now I haven't made a video in God knows how long, but I've been just like, I've had so many different ideas for YouTube videos, but I just never did it at the end of the day, which I don't know why. I've been slacking. It's like I had the idea and I just never put it down to actually doing it, which is really dumb with me. But yeah, I haven't been back here in a while. I'm at fresh baldy. Thank God I'm getting married, so I'm good now. So my fiance just to deal with that now. So yeah, but what I wanted to speak about today is just basically like fear of laying low, putting in the work, and putting your head down, and how far that could get you. Now I kind of did that this year. I worked like crazy. Well, for the middle to the end of the year, I worked a lot, like crazy hours, minimum 80 hours a week, sometimes 96 hours in one week, like 98 hours I've done, no problem, but like while I was doing it, it's like the people around me are like, you're crazy, like how you working so much, how you doing this? And I'm like, well, I'm just hungry. Like I want to accomplish something, and I want to get to a goal, and I want to do certain things in my life. The way I think is very different from a lot of people. I've realized, like, when you start to talk about things, or when you hear people say certain things, I can't stoop to that level of thinking. Like I think it's like low vibration thinking, like you can't do this. So it's like oh well, I'm gonna sit there and just talk about it in a moment. But I can't do that type of thing. If I want something, if I want to accomplish something, I'm going to work towards it. Simple as that. No one's gonna give it to you. No one's gonna hand it over to you. No one really feels sorry for you, so you might as well put in the work to just do what you have to do to accomplish what you want to. What can staying down for 1 year do for you? It could do a lot. Nowadays, when you look around, a lot of people are struggling, going through a whole bunch of stuff, and it's just tough out there. Very hard, right? Now, me, what I've been doing is that I've been staying low, working crazy hours, working hard, doing what it is that I need to do in order to get to a certain place in my life, right? And it's been working. Like this year, I worked so hard, and I'm a little bit tired, but all that hard work was well worth it when I really think back to what I've done this year. I'm getting married next year. That whole wedding is basically paid for. Tens of thousands of dollars worth of stuff is paid for. No debt, no credit card, no nothing. Yes, I did use my credit cards to get the points and everything like that, but it's paid for. I'm good. I invested a ton of money. Well, not a ton, but a really good amount. I did that. I stopped my car. Even though I've been thinking so much about selling this car, the way I am, I know I'm gonna sell this car, buy something cheaper, and then within 2-3 months, I'll get tired of that cheap car, and I'll be like, I can't do this anymore. I need to sell this car and get something nicer and something that's fast. This is who I am. I have the disease when it comes to getting cars. I've done a lot. I've made more money, but what I realized that from the past, I've made good money, but every time I made that good money, my lifestyle always went up with it. So you didn't really feel like it was making really a lot of difference, right? So what I did this year is that I tried to really cut low on a lot of things that I was doing, so I didn't have that lifestyle creep. So what I did, I made more money, but then I also really lowered my expenses, my bills that are going out. When it comes to subscriptions, I only pay for 2-3 subscriptions: music, Netflix, Apple storage. That's it. That's all I have, right? And then all the other payments is my car, my insurance. I paid up for the whole year. I have been doing that for the last 2 or 3 years now. When it comes to insurance, I just pay up front for the whole year. So that way it's less stressful. I don't have to worry about an extra bill at the end of every month or whatever. And the only thing I just have is basically just living expenses, my insurances that I have, where I have life insurance, disability insurance, along those lines. car payments, investing every week, but I cut that down right now because I did make a major purchase recently. So I think next year I'll make a video when that thing comes in, that major purchase I made comes in. So yeah, but that major purchase was all because I put my head down this year and I did what I have to do, right? I didn't do no shopping really or anything along those lines. I spent a lot of money on mostly wedding stuff, and my fiance getting her ring this year, early this year, that was a couple grand. I went on 2 vacations this year, so that was pretty good. Bought a new phone I'm filming on. I had to upgrade from a 12 Pro Max because that thing was slow and it was giving me a few issues. So I'm like, what's the point in fixing this all the time? Just call it a day, get rid of it, and buy a new phone that will last me another 5 years. It's gonna last me at least. So call it a day. And I don't know, that hard work, it is very tough, but what I'm gonna tell you is that I have peace up here, which is what matters at the end of the day. I'm at peace. I'm happy. I'm not worried about is this bill gonna get paid or this. I'm not really worried too much. Like, yeah, money's always gonna be a thing on your mind because you want to keep it rolling, coming in, pay your bills, invest in, making more. But like to be stressed about like where I'm gonna eat, where my next meal gonna come from, how I'm gonna pay this bill or that bill, not a worry for me as of this point. Honestly, I'm just thankful to God that I'm in a position like this, that I'm able to do something or like be in this position, because I see a lot of people who are suffering out there and they don't have it, right? But at the end of the day, I feel bad sometimes, but sometimes I don't feel bad because I realize that people are lazy. No offense. I don't want to push a hustle mindset to everyone because it might not be for everyone. But one thing I do know is that everyone wants to have money and be rich, but yet no one really wants to put in that extra effort, that extra work that it takes to get to where they think they want to be or where they would like to be, right? So I've had a lot of comments, people saying like, why do you work so much? Like, you're working like an Indian and this and that. I'm like, buddy, one thing I'll have to say is that you see how you're so worried about this bill and someone doing this for you or doing whatever for you, and you can't afford this. I don't really have that issue. I don't. Like, I'm in a nice car, but like people are like, this is such a nice car, this and that. In my opinion, this just feels like a Civic to me, in my opinion. Like, compared to what I imagine myself, not even imagine myself in, what I'm going to get in the future, this is, like, God has blessed me. I thank God for everything that I have, yes. But this is not the end all be all for me. This is just I'm just over here when I want to be up here. So this is like a stepping stone to get where I want to, right, at this point. Just something nice and cool and chill for now till I get to where I really want to be in the future. And I realize that takes time, and I'm okay with that. Putting in the work and, you know, like taking the process in and building up and developing myself as I go along. But I'm telling you, 1 year of really putting your head down, going bare bones, could get you so far. And I'm telling you this from experience. Just do it. Don't worry about friends and family saying you're never there. You're doing this for a reason. This is for your peace of mind. And I bet you know what tends to happen? You're gonna do this, right? You're gonna get to a point where you're good. And you know what's gonna happen? People who never put in the work you did, or don't want to put in the work, are gonna come to you asking you for money, favors. Can you help me do this? And you know what you're gonna have to do? You're gonna have to say, no, I can't do it. Even if you do have it, be like, no, I can't help you. Because one thing about me, I don't like helping someone who doesn't want to even help themselves. If I see you not even put in the effort to help yourself, to make a sacrifice, to do anything, why does my hard work have to go into you not doing anything for yourself? That doesn't make no sense to me. Like, you know, I can't do that. I didn't work hard to just have money go out of my pocket and just to waste, to do nothing. No, I will not do it. The only way I help you is if I see that you're actually really putting in the work and trying. Trust me, you have a lot of goals. I have a lot of goals and a lot of things that I want to accomplish. And you got to hustle through it, man. Do what you need to do. I encourage everyone to just keep their head down, at least for a year, 2, 3 years. Do what it is that you need to do in order for you to get to where you want to get to, okay? This is just not only my 1 year of putting my head down. I've done it in the past before when I had a whole bunch of debt and I worked and I paid off $50,000 off in debt. And you know, I'm eternally thankful that I went through that whole thing, because it really changed my mindset into really educating myself about a whole bunch more different things when it comes to investing, what should I invest in, and the type of route that I want to take. So if you want to know something, you want to learn something, just push to educate yourself. That's all it is. You shouldn't always be dependent on someone to always teach you something. It's always good out there to go out, learn, watch YouTube video. YouTube is free. That's what I watch a lot of the time, and I get a lot of information for it. A lot of information from. But you just have to know what to take in and what not to take in. So you kind of have to be wise and use some type of discernment when you listen to things. You can't just listen to someone and take every single thing they say into as like a law. Like, yes, I listen to Dave Ramsey, but when it comes to the whole credit part, I play more in the I still play the credit game regardless, but I'm disciplined enough not to be paying no interest when it comes to the whole credit game. Yes, I use the credit, I use it for the points to get flights and buy stuff, but I will not pay a dime in interest. That's one thing I'm not doing. So I'm just gamifying the whole thing, right? So yeah, you just have to just know what to take and what to throw out, on what you can do and what you can't do. So it's just a matter of, you just have to use your common sense. A lot of it is just common sense, how much risk you want to take. So yeah, I would say it's really worth it. Put your head down for a couple years, do what you need to do. You will not regret it. And if you regret it, you can always go back to doing what you used to do before. It's not really that hard to follow the crowd, follow what everyone's doing on social media, everyone around you doing nothing. It's not very hard. It's the easy route to go in. That's why most people are doing it. But if you want to be different and have different outcomes, then you need to do something different. So, and most of the time, that something that is different is the harder route, the route that takes a lot of sacrifice, a lot of discipline. And discipline is a hell of a thing, honestly. If you have discipline, self-discipline, you can get ahead a lot. You can get ahead of so many people. I'm telling you right now, discipline and sacrifice, those two things, and a really good work ethic, I'm telling you, you'll get way ahead of everyone for sure. So just do those little things, right? Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe. Let me know if you're on that grind. You know, it's a winter time, it's grind time. Don't worry about nothing. Put your head down and get to work. Disappear. Call it a day. Do what you need to do. And whoever wants to encourage you and be around you, let them do that. If they're not really beneficial, then you know, you can talk to them, but don't kill your time wasting your time doing whatever. Do it for your self-improvement so that you can get into a better place. I'm imploring you to do it. I suggest everyone to do it. It does not hurt. You will not regret it. And if you do regret it, you can always go back to do what you do in your regular life, what everyone's doing. Okay? Peace.